Hey fellas, Rusty coming at you. Today we're going to take a look at another knife that I added to what's known as a dark red bone with carbon steel. And I've got about 5 knives here. This is the only series that I have that has a mini Copperlock and a large Copperlock, which you're not going to see today because I'm going to show off the whole family that I have, my whole collection, at a video down the road. So I do like this. They do have the carbon steel. I only have one that says CV on it. So there's your tank stamp. Hopefully you can see that. It says CS for carbon steel. We don't expect great snap out of these because, well, they're a lockback. So we don't need that gap. We don't need to rely on this spring to hold the knife up. We rely on the lock. And this one has excellent lockup. There's no blade play or anything like that. I did order this off of eBay from Deborah Kid 01 maybe, and I did that because I wanted good looking bone. So I do have a comparison for us today. Let's see, she gave me a deal of $71 shipped. So carbon steel. What are we going to look at today? We're going to compare it to my Baron Son. I'm not doing a video on this one. I've done one with the yellow handle. They're so similar. Bought this one off of, who is that? Oh, Red Hills Cutlery. And I want to say I paid $56, and I did get free shipping because I bought enough knives that time to qualify. They're calling this a red stag. I'm not really sure how it matches up with others because mine I feel like is root beer color. I don't mind it. It's a kind of a nice look. The spring on this is not as strong as my yellow Delrin one. So if we do a comparison on the blades, carbon steel to carbon steel, cutting edge to cutting edge, you get more with this. Of course, this is a clip point. I think this Barlow, this would be a 4-inch Barlow is what that's called, has a more of a working type blade. Anytime I see the blade stock's just a little bit thicker, and a kind of a draw cut, as well as this is slicier, and the way that it fits in the hand, you got a little spot like a finger guard. Nice, kind of comfortable, lightweight. This isn't that much heavier. Almost feels like a sway back. If you're familiar with those, you're still going to get your cutting task done, but you're going to get more. This one's not going to, these have horrible tips for draw cuts. So let's go ahead, and this is not locking. Fold it up. There you go. Blade centering is acceptable for Rusty. Lock, maybe you prefer the lock. And there's your bones and your shield. Peach seed jigging, what they're calling stag. Red stag. Different die jobs. I've always liked the Baron Son die jobs. They are they do a nice job with the coloring. Maybe the jigging's not as fancy as Case, and this pin's a little proud, you can see that, but that's the only thing. Everything else, just that pin right there. These pins Now this has a better finish, just simply because of the one pin. Okay, one more thing we'll do is an Easter egg. In this case, it's not a case. I've used that joke before. In this case, it's a 1995 Bear MGC. And that was back in the day when the initials of the owners were on there. Is that an MGC? Yeah, Bear MGC. I do believe it's 1995. This particular one is a Nalco. I believe it's what they call a special factory order, and I do believe, I don't have any information on it, it was done in what we call yellow pine, or they also heart pine, I want to say. So check out the video on this. I found it on eBay for 50 bucks. It is a non-locking knife. Great. Oops. Got a half stop. Let's see, you can see that the walk and talk is good. And just a little comparison. Now, Bear & Son does make these with a liner lock for about $47. This is going to be a stainless steel, and if you're into liner locks, or maybe you like a little bit of a girth, like I said, it's hard to compare this because we're coming out of a different decade. But that's how the ball bounces, so to speak. Thanks, guys.